Hey y'all, happy Monday. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Hey Sassy. Hey Minister Terry. I'll be on in 1 minute. Hope everybody Monday's going well. Hope everybody Monday's going well. Wow. How many of y'all grew up on the Cosby
Under the
Show?
definition of daily, it says
I want that in there.
doing something every
Take
day.
that out right now.
The reality.
Okay. Hey Jeff, Jet, how you doing? Hello, welcome. I'm your host, Georgia Girl. Today I was just overwhelmed, y'all. How many of y'all in the chat grew up watching the Cosby Show? If you're coming in my chat, please be respectful. If you don't be respectful, and you will get removed. Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday. Today's the beginning of a new week, new blessings, new opportunities. Good to see y'all. So how many people in the chat grew up watching the Cosby Show? I love myself some Cosby Show. You hear me? And my prayers going out to Malcolm Jamal Warner family. Wow. I tell you, just so much going on. Life is so short. Life is so short. Life is short. I saw a video, I think Frank had shared it, where he was saying that you could be going through something, but that's still a reason to smile. There's still a reason to smile. I'm going to put some flowers in the chat for everyone. Prayers go out to his family. Malcom Jamal one, I'm just going to share some things about him. I'm going to read some of the things that's going on in the news. You know, they say hey, Frank. Frank, I first found out when I saw your video. That's when I first found out. Thank you for sharing that. So how many of y'all used to watch the Cosby Show and you still watching it? Cause it still come on. It still come on. But I grew up watching it. I can remember coming home from school, and that used to be my show. I can't wrap my mind. You said you can't wrap your mind around about he's dead gone. But honey, life is so short, Frank. It's definitely short. You used to watch it? Yeah. I can remember coming home from school, you know, when it was time for the Cosby Show to come on. I used to couldn't wait. Used to couldn't wait to watch. He was a good actor. And you know what I like about him? Hey, Lion. That's one of my GTs. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday. Just talking about Malcolm Jamal Warner. He passed today. Was it the day, Frank? Um, they said was drowned. He died by drowning. Yeah, yeah. They say he was on a family vacation. I'm gonna read some stuff now. They say he was on a family vacation and one of those current, took him up. Yeah, it's sad, very sad. But who all like the Theo? I love the Theo. I still look, even though he played movies, he was director, he was in different TV shows and stuff like that. But I still, when I used to see him on other shows, I used to say, "Look at Theo." He said Theo that got big, ain't he? Hey, welcome in. Like I said, you're welcome to come in. But if you being a troll, I have to get you out of here, or I let one of my moderators give you the boot. I believe in giving people a fair chance to come in and be respectful, but if you're coming in being disrespectful, you got to go. I hope everybody had a great weekend, and thank you. Thank you for subbing. Kit Kat. Okay. I love me some Theo, y'all. I mean, from his character, he seemed like he was a very respectable young man. He was 54 when he died. Just seeing him on the Cosby show, he was so mannerable. The way his character was, he was so mannerable, and he always was smiling. He always was smiling. Yeah, he was on Malcolm and Eddie. He played on a show where he was a doctor too. I seen him on a couple of movies. He was a director. I mean, wow. I mean, and I find it very good to see that, how a lot of child stars fall off, or they something happen to them. They go and, seem like they can't be able to get other jobs after they play young, after they started out working at a young age. But I think he kept his career going pretty good. I'm just gonna say, for example, like Todd Bridges and a couple more people that was child stars. You know how some of them fell off and got in trouble and different stuff like that. I never heard anything negative about Malcolm. I never heard anything negative because he seemed like he was very private. He seemed like he was very private. And I was reading where he was married. He had one child, and he kept them out of the he kept it private, and I don't blame him. Yes, he dated Regina King, and he also dated the girl played on Steve, was going with Steve Urkel, the one that died. Yeah, I was going to read about that. But what I'm saying is, I respect that he didn't bring his stuff. He kept his stuff private. I never heard it. Have anybody heard anything negative about him? In a bad light. How some stars, everybody know who's sleeping with who and what all the stars are doing, this and that. I never heard anything negative about him. So he continued with his career, whether, yeah, resident, yes. Whether he was acting or directing, they say he won a Grammy. He won a Grammy too. They've been talking about it all day on the news. I've been hearing about it on the internet. Um, but Frank, you were the first one that I seen. I said, what? When I seen it on your video, Frank, I said, what? And I had to go look, right? Because sometimes they be saying something be happening to these stars and it be just like a prank, right? But after I went to, I saw what you had shared, Frank, but I still went and looked it up, and I'm like, what? It was just, you know, and that go to show you could still be a swimmer. Because they said he was swimming, he was on family vacation, but he got caught up in a current. So the water must be real high. So prayers going out to his family. And I pray. One thing I do pray, y'all, they don't bother his family. He had his family kept privately. Let them stay private, But somebody gonna be trying to find out who he was married to, and they're gonna be trying to put it out in the, on the internet. But respect, people, please need to respect his wife, his family. We don't know who he was married to, but they did say he was married, and his child, we don't know their names, and that's the way he wanted it. And sometimes it's best to keep things private, especially with how things been going on lately with these stars and stuff. It's best to keep you private, like private. Yeah, me either. Never heard anything negative. On 911, he was a stalker. Yeah, he played in different TV shows, and I'm going to his. I'm looking at his page right now. He seemed like he always was smiling. I mean, he always kept a smile on his face. You know what I'm saying? Even when he was a child playing on the Cosby Show, he always was smiling. And I saw the video you shared, Frank, where he had said that no matter what you have been, no matter what you go through, there's still a reason to smile. And that is so true. That is so true. I know last week I wasn't feeling my best, but I still had to keep my confidence up. I had to keep smiling. So when I saw your thing, Frank, I said, "Oh Lordy, let me go look and see what did happen." A lot of people are saying good things about him. Everybody, a lot of the people he worked with, they said Bill Cosby had said something about him. I haven't seen it yet, but they said Bill Cosby had said something. They said he was 54 while swimming in Costa Rica on July the 20th. Was a devoted father and musician. He was a musician, y'all. Did y'all know he was a musician? He won a Grammy. I didn't like when they talked about him. They made half of the article about Bill Cosby. For real? I didn't read that article. I might have to find it. But he practically growed up in front of the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? He started out acting at a young age, and he played on the Cosby Show what, about 8 years. I don't know how old he was when he started on the Cosby Show. I got to find that out. But I know he grew up right before our eyes because he had started looking. You know how he was looking when he was first was on the show, and then like he was looking in the back of my thing right there, clean face, baby face, that round baby face. But it's sad. But someone, it's going to be some crazy people out here. They're going to be trying to find something negative to say about him. And they said it was an accident. The police ruled that it was an accident. They're saying in recent years, Malcom Jamal Warren have carved out a happy private life for himself in Atlanta, Georgia. He was living in Atlanta, y'all. He was living about an hour away from me. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is such a sad time. And they're talking about what he said when Bill. What? What did he say? He didn't say nothing negative about Bill Cosby, did he? I didn't think he said nothing negative about him, did he? Talking about what he said when Bill Cosby was in trouble. I like this isn't about Bill. It's about what? That's what they talking about. I know they said he has spoken. He have said something. Hey Terry, good to see you. Wow. Why is they bringing it? See, that's what I'm saying. That's what people do. That's what people do when people die. They don't have nothing good to say. They want to find some faults in everything. That's why I always say, give people their flowers while they're here, y'all. Give me my flower. Can I see my flowers today? Can I see my flowers today, guys? Can I see my flowers today? Give people their flowers while they're here because you are not going to be able to say, I gave this person something when he dead. Do it while they're alive. Can I get me some flowers today, y'all? Can I please get me a flower? Just one little flower. Wow. Yes, he was on air. He grew up in the spotlight. He grew up in the spotlight. Uh, hello. All right. Hey, Grandma Lynn, how are you doing? Talking about Theo. Look, I can't help but to call him Theo, y'all. I can't help but to call him Theo. That's all. I know he played. Now, which one he was on Malcolm and Eddie? Was he Eddie? I had watched that show, but I wasn't really into that other show. But I love me some Cosby show. How you been doing, Grandma Lynn? Good to see you. Can I get some flowers, y'all? Thank you. Please, thank you. Give people their flowers while they're here. Okay? That's in real life. Give people their flowers. Your mom, your dad, if they're living, if you don't have your mom and dad, if you have like a godmother, or aunt, or somebody you look up to, your husband, if you got a wife, or however, your children, just somebody that you want to just, your family, do some things with your family, give them their flowers while you have that chance, because life is so short, y'all. And even give your YouTube creators their flowers. Because we work hard on our channels trying to present content. And we try to make sure y'all be, try to make sure we have a nice live or video to help, present for the audience to see. And shout out to the ones that doing the 3 shorts a day. Me, Frank, and Miss Key so far. I don't know if and Sassy. I don't know if anybody else doing the 3 shorts a day. The challenge this week is 3 shorts a day. You can put the shorts on anything you want. And just hashtag challenge 2025. I know I seen Frank, Sassy, and Miss Key. I didn't see anyone else. Thank you, Grandma Lynn. So good to see you. I know I had been missing a couple of your live stream, but I've been trying to catch up. I see you was over there cooking those potato pancakes, and what else I saw you over there cooking the other day? Oh, you had some turkey burger, and then you had some cookies. Y'all make sure y'all connect with one another in the chat. Type the word troopers, and shout out to my members. I cannot leave my members out. Thank y'all so, so much for continuing your membership. Some of y'all been with me 2 months. Some of y'all continue from when I first got monetized the first time. Your time carried on, up until a year or however it was. But thank y'all. Hey, Miss Key, how you doing? People have so much to say about Bill Cosby and those grown women, but why is they doing that, like? But the Cosby Show was the first show to really tackle dyslexia and with Theo having it. Yes, he sure did. Can y'all name an episode, if y'all can remember? Can y'all at least name an episode or maybe a scene that y'all like Theo in? He had so many iconic roles, like scenes and stuff. I think I liked it when they called themselves his sister now. Y'all remember when his sister now was trying to sew something for him? Do y'all remember when his sister was trying to design a shirt or something for him, and then they made the shirt one arm long and one arm short? Can y'all remember a scene or something he was on the Cosby Show, or if he was on another show? Can y'all remember a scene that he played? They did that with that dyslexia storyline. So yeah, he did do good, and I like the part with him and his best friend. What they call his best friend? Cockroach or something. Whatever that boy was, they played, they ought to have been friends in real life, the way how him and the boy played those areas. What the boy was name? What that boy was name, y'all? Was it Cockroach or what was that boy was name? Oh no. The episode where he was crying about his girlfriend and him and Bill Cosby was singing. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one too. That was a good. Hey, Miss Key, how you doing? Miss Key, did you watch the Cosby Show? I was trying to see what was one of the scenes that y'all liked. Lion, you liked the scene where he was playing the dyslexia where he couldn't read. You liked that scene? Okay. And like I said, to me, he was real respectful on that show. I mean, like I said, he was a child actor. Y'all know how some of those child actors turn out. Some of them go into depression because they can't find more work to do. Some of them fall off. Some of them get in get in trouble. Hey, Sears, how you doing? And it seemed like I think the Cosby Show did bring him out. It was just like that's what the show that put him on the map. Put it that way. And after that, I don't know. I don't know if he went to Malcolm and Eddie or what. I'm not sure what he did after that. I gotta finish doing my reading right. But what I'm saying, it seemed like he kept something. He kept busy doing something. I'm feeling much better today. I'm doing much better than I was last week. Though I said, God is so good. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great too. We're talking about Theo. I still call him Theo. I'm sorry, y'all. Malcolm Jamal Warner. He played Theo. So Frank, which one? Who did he play? Malcolm or Eddie? Did he play Eddie? I used to watch that show, but I wasn't really into it like I was the Cosby Show. So he was Eddie. Did he play Eddie or what? Yes, it's sad. He was on vacation with his family. I really like that because uh, it opened people's eyes to the fact that someone, yeah, of our children had dyslexia and didn't know it. Hold on, parents didn't know, teachers didn't know, medical society didn't know a lot. Yes, what I liked it about the Cosby Show, there was a lot of things that they brought to us. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing okay. How you doing? Good to see you, G2. Y'all make sure y'all connect with some of these awesome creators in the chat. Make sure y'all check out my members. I have some members in here. Make sure y'all check their channels out. He played Malcolm. Okay. Like I said, I wasn't really. I watched it some, but I wasn't all to go. It was what other man was named Eddie? What other man was named? He played himself. Okay. I know what Malcolm and Eddie, all I know, but I didn't really wasn't in. I just loved the Cosby Show. I'm talking about Malcolm Jamal Warner, and I was just asking y'all, do y'all remember a scene? What was one of the favorite scenes y'all remember seeing him play? I know he played on a doctor show too. He was a doctor on a show called Resident. He's also was a musician. He was a father, and he kept his private life private. And I think that's the best thing he could have did. But y'all know, somebody gonna be digging. Somebody gonna be digging, and they're gonna try to find out who he was married to. They're gonna try to find out what his child name. People, please respect this man family. Respect his family. They wasn't in the spotlight. He didn't have his family in the spotlight. I'm trying to read y'all comments. Yeah, Malcolm and Eddie, that's what it was. I used to glance at it, but I just wasn't really into it like that. So they were just saying he was on vacation with his family in Costa Rica when he drowned it while swimming at the beach. While on July the 20th, a family friend and business contact tells people he was always one to live. He always wanted to live to the fullest. Wow. That was one of his friends said, he wanted to live, have fun. That's what we got to do, y'all. Live life to the fullest because we don't know. We don't know when it's going to be our last day. Be happy. Sometimes we have to smile through the pain. We have to laugh through the pain. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I never, and I always tell my children that I don't like to go to bed mad. I don't like to leave home mad. I like to, when I leave my house, if I leave before my husband leave before I do, or if we have a disagreement on something, we're going to try to make sure we talk about it before we get out on that road, before we go somewhere out of town, or if me and my children probably have a disagreement, or if anybody in my family, or just a friend. I'd rather we work it out because I don't like to be mad. I don't like to be upset because you don't know when your last day gonna be. And I had a best friend that lose her. I think I shared this before. One of my best friends lost her fiance, and she always used to tell me, "Amy, don't leave home mad. Make sure you and your husband don't leave home mad. Make sure y'all be on the same page. Whether you have to just make up until you get back or whatever." Cause her last words to her fiance, they was arguing. They was arguing the night before, and he in that morning before he got to go to work, and they called and said he was in a car accident. And though her last word with him, they was arguing, and she, and every, I always try to leave home on a good note. I try to go to bed feeling good. If I'm not feeling my best, I try not to go to bed with nothing on my brain. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like a lot of people hold grudges against people. For what? It might be something that happened 3 years ago. Some people still got that in them. Let it go. Live in peace. And Frank, we can tell Frank been watching it now. Frank said, the episode I enjoyed was when Theo rooted. Oh yeah, I liked that too. Theo rooted Denise Vanessa got on Bill Cosby about his long story. And you know what? The other one I like when all along was up there doing that singing. They always used to be doing a lot of family stuff. I like when they was singing that song Night and Day. Y'all remember that? Bill Cosby was so crazy, Lord have mercy. But y'all remember when all of them did some, they all of them had a part singing, right? Y'all remember that? Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all connect with everybody. But life is short, y'all. And I'm not, hey Matthew, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, it is sad. It is sad. Family is everything. Family is everything. The other stuff is stuff. Absolutely. Let me see what Terry said. 80% is not what happens to you, it's how you react. The other 20% beyond your your control. How can you react to a situation can be used as deadly as that is so true. So y'all can put it in the chat if y'all remember a scene or something Theo did on the Cosby Show. But yeah, I liked it when they used to have their little family gathering and they used to be singing and dancing and stuff like that. I liked it that. I really do. hmm But the Cosby Show showed us a lot of stuff that we know that's going on in the world now, like the scene about the dyslexics. When they was showing about the person couldn't read. I think they had a scene on about drugs one time too. Then they dyslexia. That's what I mean to say. Then they have a scene on about drugs. Cause then they thought Theo had some drugs one time. Yeah, if I can remember, well, then they do a scene about drugs. I'm trying to make sure I'm thinking about the right show now. It had been off. They still come on. It was coming on Bounce and some TV Land, I think. It still come on some channels. It was Theo who had dyslexia. That's was we was talking about earlier. Yeah, I'm trying to see that I see that episode. It been so long, girl. But then one of them was on drugs, or then they found some drugs or something like that. But they had a whole lot of different. Oh, she was drinking. Okay, Frank. It been some years now. Yeah, they still getting paid. I know Bill Cosby get paid. The rest of them probably getting something, but cause Bill Cosby was the writer and producer and all that. Frank be watching them TV shows that. That's why I be saying, Frank, what good on TV tonight? Oh, yeah. I think I remember that episode too. Yeah, they be getting that money, but I'm finna reading this. This right here was an article from People's magazine. They said he had a passion for life, says the source who still in shock over the tragic news. This is one of his close friends said something to in People's magazine. Said he was full of life. He just wanted to live his life, have fun. We all have passion for life, but he really was. Like, I'm going to live each day. He said this is what Malcolm had told him. I'm going to live each day. I understand this is a blessing. And he was a people person, even though he was very personal with his private life. And he did the right thing. He did I salute him on that. What y'all think about that? Do y'all blame him for keeping his personal life private, especially with all the things that are going on with the stars and they finding this, they finding that. Hey, Miss Keith, thank you for giving me my flowers. Give people their flowers while they're here. Please, y'all. Give your family members their flowers. Give people their flowers. Don't wait until they die and say, oh, I wish I could have did this. Think about them today because tomorrow is not promised. That's why I always said, let's give people some flowers. That's why I'm always sharing that in my chat. Because I consider some of y'all as family that come over my channel. Because I don't know none of y'all personally, but by us been following each other for years and we we know just about what each other do. I know if I want to go to Line Pride channel, I know I'm going to get a good conversation with her. She can be out there putting them steps in. I know Miss Key just like my on and off YouTube daughter. We'll talk offline some. We try to collab with a lot of different things when it come down to our wellness and other things like that. And she also be able to throwing down in that kitchen. And Frank will give you the updates. So Frank was the first person I seen about Malcolm. Frank giving you updates on current events. They're talking about the sports and different stuff. We had Sassy here. Sassy doing her own personal challenge, but she also taking time out to be in the challenges we have. And we also have Series in the chat. Grandma Lynn, like I said, Grandma Lynn she just like lying. She be walking and talking too. And then she be over there cooking. Who else we had in here? We had Matthew in here. Matthew be doing his thing over here. And Terry. We can't leave our hype man out, Terry. Terry gonna put in some positive words all throughout the chat. And he also trying to build his channel up. So y'all, let's just make sure that I leave anybody and Jet. I can't leave her out. I'm trying to make sure I didn't overlook nobody. We had Jet Shelley, and she's also following her personal journey on her weight journey. She just too long had a surgery done. She's She's bouncing back, but she's going through the stages after you have that bypass. What they call it? That bigastrial surgery. She's going through the. Who else was in here? Because I want to make sure we don't overlook nobody. All the YouTube creators that was in here, let's give them some flowers, y'all. Let's give each other some flowers today. Let's give each other some flowers. Can I just see some flowers for at least 2 minutes? At least 1 minute. Let me go to my computer. Let's just put some flowers in the chat. That's why I just want to see some flowers in the chat. This for everybody that came over today. And let's continue to keep building each other up, not tearing each other down. Every YouTube creator in my chat, they got something to offer on their channel, whether you, like I said, walking and talking, cooking, putting out positivity, sharing the current event. You have something. Everybody on my channel that come to my channel do have something to offer. And I hope what I share to y'all be helpful, you know? But life is short, y'all. Life is short. It's time to let go and let God. Whatever that we can't handle, we have to put it in God's hand. Let me put me some flowers in here. I love flowers so much. I done put them in I made stickers of them. Cause you deserve your flowers. But my prayers going out to Malcom family. I can't help but to call it Theo, y'all. But my prayers is going out to him. I know the whole Cosby cast got to be heard. And yes, yes, Lord. You know, especially if you didn't like how you didn't work with somebody. That was their job. They worked it on that set all those years. I hate when that show ended, though. I really did. I thought they would have came back, but then they do I know what the other show was called, different world. That was like a show. I think Bill Cosby had direct that too, didn't he? But I always wish they could have came back, with something. I think they had like a reunion before. Yeah. But they did say him and Regina King, they dated for a while. You know Regina King, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? The one that lost her son. They dated for a while. Then he dated the girl that Urkel was going with. The girl that died. What is that girl name? I'm finna go to it now. She had cancer. But from what I was reading, that he had a child, and later on in life, I think his child probably he got a small child. I think she about 5 or 6 years old. Yeah, I was reading that, and he just was a private person. And sometimes it's best not to put everything on social media. But I saw the video that Frank shared earlier, and he was putting out some positive information and stuff, like, I was trying to go to his bio page. Trying to see. Let's see something. He played on a set with Tracy Ellis. They did a show together too. Let's see. Wow. He was born in 1970, y'all. I was born in 69, so And he got a birthday coming up next month, matter of fact. He have a birthday coming up next month. They say he was an actor and a musician. Years acted from 1982 up until he died. Wow. I'm just reading some of the things about him. He said he kept his private life private. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I can't see y'all comment because I don't know. I gotta refresh it on my phone or I'm trying to see. Cause I'm reading off my computer. Yeah, I'm just seeing right here. He dated Regina King for a while, y'all. He dated her for a while. Him and Regina King dated for a while. This he had his daughter at a late age. I think he was like in his 40s when I guess he thought he wasn't gonna have a family, but from what I'm reading, they said, I guess he had to wait until the right time or the right person, in other words. Wow.
What y'all gonna do with the truck?
I'm live.
Oh, okay.
What you gonna keep that, ain't you? Oh,
Don't gonna keep calling you,
I know it. Malcom Jamal one. I don't know if this is his wife or not. I don't know. They showed a picture of a woman with him.
That boy had children.
He had one daughter. He had one daughter. He kept his personal life private. But he didn't put it on the internet. That's what they said, and I think that's the best thing to do, especially when you with them stars and stuff. But he dated Regina King for a while.
Yeah, he's celebrity.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh,
He dated Regina.
That's his wife?
No, that Regina King right there.
I'm not right here.
That Regina King.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he dated Regina King. They say he dated her for a few years. But it's sad though, y'all. It's sad. Let me get back on YouTube because I can't see who's in the chat. But I hope everybody's. Hope it ain't no trolls in here. Let me get back on my computer if I can see who in the chat. But wow. But yeah, I just had to speak on that. Like I said, that was one of my childhood television shows. Me and my brother, that one thing we did agree to watch together. Cause my brother didn't want to watch wrestling all the time. But when the Cosby show came on, they did make exceptions, right? But in my house, I grew up with 5 brothers, and wrestling was the go-to in my house. But besides the Cosby Show, and I used to like to watch Three's Company. I used to watch all that stuff. I used to love to watch those little comedy shows like that. But yes, wow. But they said he got caught. He was swimming, so he did know how to swim. He just got caught up in the current. Like I said, what I was talking about that about when you be out on those at those beaches and stuff, they supposed to have those areas where to let you know where it's too deep at or, you know, let you know. I thought they would have places or they'll put in their water or have signs showing, look, this is an area you shouldn't go. But like I said, he was a swimmer, so I guess he thought he could, he would be okay. But hey, Miss Hot Pink. Hey, living for Jesus. I had to get on my computer to see y'all comments because I couldn't see them on my phone. Good to see everybody. We're talking about Malcom Jamal Warner. And I was saying, am I the only one that liked the Theo? I loved him on the Cosby Show, and prayers going out to his family. He died. He was 54 years old. He was on a family vacation with his family. He was at the Costa Rica. He was at a beach, and he got caught up in the current. So the current was high where he was swimming at, and he lost his life. So, like I said, he was a child actor. He played on different TV shows, and he was a producer. He was a musician. He was also a father, and he was married, but he kept his private life private. Good to see everybody. I know this week a lot of the kids are getting ready to, y'all kids getting ready to go back to school. I know a lot of the kids are getting ready to go back to school. And a lot of people are going to the beach right long now. It's good to have fun, but please stay safe. Stay safe. I know a lot of people going to the beach. A lot of people are going to like water parks and stuff like that. If you can't swim, please don't get out there in that current, because the way our things going now, that water would drag you. So they say he was swimming, but I guess that current took him on up. Good to see you, Miss Hot Pink, and thank you. And hope everybody did have a great weekend. Did you like the Cosby Show, Miss Hot Pink? Grandma Lynn, Living for Jesus. Did y'all ever watch that show? I know Frank watched it because he been putting in some scenes. He been talking about some of the scenes. He been talking about some of the scenes of the picture. They were married and divorced, him and Regina King. Oh, they was married? Oh my goodness. I didn't know they was married. Oh, okay. I know they was together, but I didn't know they was married. I know they were saying, was he married to the other girl too? The girl that died, was he married to her? I was trying to find that a while ago. I did see it on one page where they did have Regina King. They had the years they was together, but I thought maybe they was just dating. But like I said, I never heard anything negative about him. You know how you hear a lot of negative things about stars and their private lives, their wives, and what they doing off camera. He kept everything private, and I think that's the best thing to do, y'all. But I pray that they don't go messing with his wife. If they find out who his wife is and stuff, cause he did remarry. They say he been married 10 years. I don't know who he married to. He got a child too, but he kept it private. You know how folks get to snooping around? You know how folks here. They're gonna be trying to get all of his personal business. Let this man family stay in peace. Pray for them. Don't be trying to dig up nothing. I haven't seen the article, but Lion Pride said they now talking about they're not talking a whole lot about Theo. I call him Theo, y'all. I'm sorry. They talking a lot about Bill Cosby. It's not about Bill Cosby. It's about the life of Malcolm Jamal Warner. You still watch it once in a while. I think it still come on though. Yeah. Yeah, I liked him when he was on there. He played a good character. I mean, to me, he was like a role model to younger people. Cause you ain't never hear nothing. Far as I know, I never heard anything bad about him while he was on the Cosby Show. I know when Denise was on there, I still called them by their character. It was a controversy between her and Bill Cosby, the one named Denise. Oh yeah, it was coming on this other channel, but when Bill Cosby went through all his stuff, they had took it off. Hey Kenneth, we're talking about Malcolm Jamal Warner. I still call him Theo. Prayers going out to their families, to his family, and I love the Cosby Show, especially the episode where Cliff ate sausage before going to bed and had a bad dream. The food in the refrigerator. Oh, He was so silly. He was so silly, Terry. He was so silly. Good to see you, Kenny. Did you watch the Cosby Show? Or did you watch Malcolm and Eddie? He played on Malcolm and Eddie. The Cosby Show. He played on it was a TV show. He was a doctor on Resident. He did some movies. He produced some things. He was also a musician. He had won a Grammy too. He won a Grammy for a song or something he had did. But like I said, life is short, y'all. Life is short. It's time out for all this stuff. Like from what I read, one of his friends had stated in People's Magazine that he said he just wanted to live. He just wanted to live his life. He wanted to do things, I guess with his family and just live. And that's all we can do, y'all, is take one day at a time. Live one day at a time. I like when I be with my family. I like when we go different places and stuff. It's good. Like Lion Pride said, family is everything. Family is everything. You have a chance to be with your family, be with your family. Give your family their flowers while they're here. That's right. Please give a person their roses and forgiveness while they're alive, not after they're dead. Please celebrate a person's life and accomplishments while they're alive, not after they're dead. Amen to that. You watched the Cosby Show? I believe in. I told y'all if you came to my channel for the first time, I have always said I believe in giving people their flowers, and I do. I really do. And that's in real life. People deserve their flowers in real life. That's why I be saying, give me my flower, y'all. Give me my flowers. Give me my flowers. Give me my flowers while I'm here. And life is just short. He's just on a family vacation. We cannot predict what gonna happen. We cannot predict what not gonna happen. Only thing we to do is just live in the moments and thank God for His grace and mercy. Like he was saying, I saw the video Frank had shared. Oh yeah, when Stevie Wonder was on there, I liked that one too. That video Frank shared earlier about when he was sitting there, I think he was in his car, and I like what he said. You always have a reason to smile. Even through the bad days or rough times, there's still a reason to smile. And let's keep smiling, guys. Let's keep smiling. Even through the hard and bad days, we have to keep on smiling. Yeah. But Stevie Wonder was on there, and it was a lot of, you know what? If you go back and watch some of those old Cosby shows, you'll see a lot of old stars. You'll see a lot of young stars on there that older now, like Blair Underwood was on there. And did I think Blair Underwood was going to be the star he is today? I know he was on there. It was several stars came up on there. Stevie Wonder. And some of those characters turned out to be big stars. You know what I'm saying? The guy that was Vanessa was going with, I see him on the soap operas. The one that was named Robert. Y'all remember when she was saying Robert? When she was trying to sing with Stevie Wonder. He turned out to be playing on the soap opera. I think he was playing on The Young and the Restless or something like that. But there's a lot of those stars did get big. Their name got big. They was able to do other things. And that's good to be a child actor. Hey, Butt Files, good to see you. We're talking about the Malcom Jamal Warner. He played Theo on the Cosby Show. He also played on Malcolm and Eddie. He played on Resident. He was a musician. He was a producer. He was an actor. And he's also a father. He was married, but he kept his private life private. He died. He was on a family vacation. And he died from drowning. He was 54 years old. Olivia played, yeah. Yep. All those stars then got grown now. All of them that got grown. Yep, but like I tell everybody, be safe when you're out there on the beach or if you are anywhere like near water. Just be safe. Maybe have your life jacket on. But if you can't swim, I don't advise you to get out there in that water unless you just stand in the shadow part. But anywhere that the currents are high or they look high, I wouldn't go out there. Cause when I went to the beach a couple weeks ago, I just got in that little shadow part. I got in the little. I just put my foot where I can see my feet. But yes, they probably gonna be talking about him for the next few days. You're gonna probably see a lot of people doing tributes to him, and like I said, a lot of people gonna be trying to dig into his private life, and they're gonna be trying to find something negative. But you never heard anything negative about him. You know how you see a lot of stuff on the shows now about people that didn't act and then went on to do something else. A lot of people. That's why a lot of people when they be acting, a lot of them don't stay in acting. They go try to do normal stuff because I know some of those stars be catching it. I know some of them do. I mean, every time you look around, they writing stuff about different Hollywood stars. I don't think I would want to be a star. Every time you look around, they got so much going. There's a lot of them have a lot going on, and he didn't put his family in the spotlight, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Yeah, they probably do that too. Didn't they have a reunion or something, Frank? Didn't they have a Cosby reunion, Cosby Show reunion? I wonder how all of them look now. Huh? They old. By whom so they old. But the man, Sandra husband, he had got broke, right? And Tyler Perry hired him. Y'all remember when they was talking about him? Sandra husband. I forgot what his name. What his name was Avin. His name was Avin on the show, right? But anyway, Tyler Perry gave him a job because they say he was working at a supermarket, a grocery store, or something like that. Yeah, she on the House of Pain. Yep. A lot of them have furthered their acting careers, and then some hadn't had any luck. Cause Sandra, she was already up in age. She was the oldest one. She was close to. I mean, she was up in age when they had her on now, and then they had their niece on now. I think her and Bill Cosby had some butt-ins. They had some stuff going on. Cause I know she had did a movie, and that movie she did, oh my God. I think that movie caused her to have some controversy with Bill Cosby. I don't know, I forgot the name of the movie. The movie, they was considering Denise like a role model, but she played in this movie where she was doing nude scenes. I don't think Bill Cosby liked it that. But for us into the other star, Vanessa, she had a talk show at one time. I remember her having a talk show. We know Raven Simone, she's a big star now. She was on Disney. She did a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, it was something going on with Denise and Bill Cosby. They had a falling out for something. But I never heard him and Malcolm, but Lion was saying something about, what did he say? I gotta look it up. So did he say something bad about Bill Cosby when it first came out about him? I don't know. I gotta read up on it. I didn't never know him to have anything negative to say about what was going on with Bill Cosby. I know Denise, they had some issues. The one named Vanessa, she did a talk show. Yeah. And the mama, she had been on several different shows. But one thing about this guy here, he kept on with his acting career. Oh, okay. She been in a lot of movies too. Claire. She been in a lot of movies. She been in a lot of movies. Yeah. So yeah, they'll be speaking on this for a while, at least until, but the police already said it was a accident. It was a accident. That's what it was. Bill Cosby was the voice of Fat Albert. He sure was. He sure was. I used to watch Fat Albert all the time. I remember that. And then he did those pudding pops. He did those commercials on about the pudding pop. Yeah, he did those too. But yeah, Frank, thank you for sharing that because I didn't even know. Because I was looking at your, we did our short videos today, right? And I see what you had did some of your shorts, and I was like, okay. I'm like, what? I see what you had posted about Malcolm. I'm like, oh my God. Because I hadn't even, I had did my shorts today, and I was doing some stuff in the house, and I'm like, and then that's when I went and typed it in. I'm like, yep, he is dead. But huh? But they be saying that about a lot of stars. They be saying a lot of stars be dead, and then you go find out that it was a host. They be playing around. I don't know why they do that. Yep. But y'all make sure y'all check out our short videos. We're doing 3 short videos today. Frank G. Life, Miss Key Kitchen and More, Sassy, and myself. We're doing 3 shorts. That means 3 shorts a day for 5 days. You can be whatever you want it to be. You can share videos of you cooking, sharing food, talking, anything. Whatever you want to put on your channel. This right here gonna help you with your views, and it'll help you connect with other people. So that's basically what we're doing this week. Just working on our channel, trying to build our channels and network with others. I saw it on Facebook, but I didn't believe it until Google. That's what I'm saying. Shoot, people done said a lot of them stars done died, and you go look it up. You like, those folks ain't dead. But this for real, cause I've been seeing it on Facebook, and then I saw you. I'm like, what? When I saw your post, I know you were the first post I had seen about it, and I'm like, okay. Raven Simone Disney show where That's So Raven and Raven. You know what? That little girl she done made some money. You know what I mean? Raven, she have made some money. Cause she was real little when she started off acting, wasn't she? Her and the girl playing on House of Pain. Her and Rudy. They started off acting at a real early age. They still got those little baby faces to me, even though they grown. But you can recognize who they are. You can't recognize Rudy and Raven. Yep. But I had to come on and speak about it. I said, yep, that was my show, y'all. That was my show. And Bill Cosby, I'll tell you, he's a keep people laughing. You don't know what he gonna come out with. Every show was to me, it seemed like every show had some type of message. You know what I'm saying? Every show did have some type of message. And it was a lot of things that was going on then that we see that is happening now. And I think that's what missing on a lot of these TV shows now. They are not being real. They show stuff, but it's not hitting home the way how the Cosby show. Even though Good Time, I was little when Good Time came on, but still, some of the things that they was talking about on Good Time, and some of the things that Florida and James and how they was living, people are really living like that. I like TV shows that just like it's just like happening in real life, showing things about what we see every day. Yeah, Family Matter. Yeah, they be having that. They be showing Family Matter all the time. Like you go to YouTube. I was watching some of that Family Matter the other day, and I was like, did Lauren marry Steve? I seen the episode where Stefan had asked her to marry him and Steve, but she chose Steve Urkel. And she had like she couldn't even stand him. But they still end up together. Yeah, that was a good show too. I hate they went off. You know, it was a lot of shows I wish they could have stayed. I liked the Brady Bunch. Y'all hear me? I liked the Brady Bunch. How many of y'all liked the Brady Bunch? I used to love the Brady Bunch, y'all. I used to love the Brady Bunch. I used to be saying I want to be part of that family. that little song stayed in my head. There's a family. And they was calling each other that yeah, Silver Spoon. It was a lot of those shows that different strokes. I love the different strokes too. And they're not making the shows like they used to. Like now, a lot of stuff is on Tubi or, now they doing like on Netflix and Tubi. You can see different type of series of shows, but they're not, to me, they're not like they was when we was coming up. I love the different stroke too. The different world. Yeah, different world. I liked that show too. Mm-hmm. And Saved by the Bell. I liked that show. There's a lot of those shows in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. I used to love to watch. Yeah. Especially in the 80s. Especially when, like getting out of school, watching those shows. Yeah. And that girl, I think she was on drugs and stuff. See, a lot of those young stars, Facts of Life, a lot of those young stars that young actors, some of them go through a lot because they can't find jobs, and a lot of them don't transition to adult acting. They just people still know them as their character as a child. A lot of them want to at least get other roles. Whenever I see the guy played Steve Urkel, he still look like Urkel to me. I don't care what he be on. I still think about him as being Urkel. And as they get older, they want to be known for different shows. They don't just want to be known for the show that brought them out, like Family Matter. We know that was Steve Urkel. Cause I don't think that show would have been that much success if Steve Urkel hadn't been on there. I'm just being honest. The rest of them were funny, but Steve Urkel was the one who really made the show. And I was reading where they said he supposed to have been on there just for an episode. He did so good. I guess when he got on there that episode, they saw those ratings going up. And shoot, they cast him. And I also read where his dad did not want him to be wearing dresses. His dad didn't want him to be playing the when Steve Urkel was playing the in real life he got the little girl fired. What little girl? Talking about on Family Matters. Talking about the little girl who went upstairs and never came back. Now, I have been reading different stuff about her. They said the character they cast her at, they wanted her to be a little girl. That girl, she started sprouting. She started sprouting out. I mean, she started developing, and I think she was just too old for the character they was trying to play. They wanted her to play, so now that's what they were saying. Now they said she had some hard time after that role. That's why I said a lot of those young stars, a lot of those children stars, they have a hard time getting in the real world. trying to find more acting jobs, and they have to go just settle for a regular job. And I thought that was so nice of Tyler Perry to hire that man, you know, because people know him as Alvin on the Cosby Show. They know him to be Alvin, right? And I think somebody told him the man was working at bagging up groceries or something. And they gave him a chance, and he was playing on the have and the have not. I like that show too. I hate that went off. But there's a lot of these shows that we watched as growing up. It just ain't the same no more. It ain't. It really ain't. But yeah, Theo will be missed. And his family, whatever. Because I think when they do show reruns, they still get paid. So whatever, that's him right there. So whatever he's due from every episode, I think they get money from every episode. Whenever they show the reruns, they pay them that way, I think. And so that'll go to his wife and, that'll go to his wife and child. I don't think he got no lawsuits out there, But these folks, they'll be trying to dig up some on that man. They'll be trying to dig up some on him. All these people trying to sue folks. But I pray that they don't try to do anything to run his legacy. Yeah. I told you when I saw that on your channel, I'm like, I had to go look at it again, right? And then I Googled, I was like, what? And then as soon as I went to Facebook, that's all I was saying. Lord. Yeah. He always was smiling, though. He always kept a smile on his face. He always. Sometimes, people can smile and be hurting in the inside. I know sometimes I have to keep smiling. Even on those days when I don't be feeling my best, I just said, Lord, I got to keep it going. But yes, I'm just trying to read y'all comment. You can watch the full unedited episodes of Good Time on Tubi TV for free. Yeah, I know they got a lot of those shows on Tubi. Hey, Angie. Y'all see my man back there? May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace, y'all. Angie, did you used to watch the Cosby Show? May he rest in peace. Shout out to my GTs. GT stand for Georgia Troopers. Angie, is that a puppy you got? I see your video though. Was it a puppy or that's another guinea? Cause that girl talking about she want another guinea pig for Christmas. Talking about Mickey need a friend. I'm like, girl, nobody finna be trying to see about no 2 guinea pig. That's what she want now, Angie. She want her another guinea pig. That's another guinea pig. Girl, he looking like a little furry. He looking like a little furry puppy. Lord, I gotta show Boosie that. I see a little bad self tomorrow. Yeah, she want her another one. She said, my Mickey need a friend, Grandma. I'm like, huh? The other one running around like he ain't got no sense. All that thing act like he a child. He just be hollering. I told him y'all to run this thing. Y'all to run that guinea pig. We came back out that vacation. I said, what in the world he got into him? Running around him all on my feet. He don't want to stay in the cage. He don't want to stay in the cage, not Angie. I said, he got to go. I be up there. I know that I think it be something else crawling on my feet. And that be his little tail. And ain't no telling what boosted and fed him. I said, girl, you gonna kill this thing. I had some little cherry tomatoes, right? I looked down and she come giving the I looked down and she come giving the thing, the little guinea. She don't like what I call him a rat. She come giving the little rat. She gave the little rat the tomato. One of my members is live, Lion Pride. If y'all want to go over there and give her a thumbs up. She's walking and talking. I'm typing in her chat now. I'm trying to. Yep, but honey, it's sad though, Angie. Did you used to watch it, Angie? Did you used to watch the Cosby Show? Y'all make sure y'all check out my members. I know I know Lion Pride is live. Miss Key probably is too. Y'all Grandma Lynn, you live too? Y'all make sure y'all check out Lion Pride. She's walking and talking. I don't know who else live. I know Live Pride is. Miss Key probably live. She's still working on her watch hours. You watched it? I loved it, girl. I loved it. I loved it. Okay. Grandma Lynn be over there cooking up some, y'all. I ain't never had no potato pancakes. I'm going to have to try that. They looked good, Grandma Lynn. I was in your chat for a little while, then I left. And I did see your, after how everything looked and all those cookies. Lord, she be able to show it out, y'all. I'm a trying to go back to my channel if I can. I don't know why I can't really see. I can see some of the comments on my phone. Oh, I guess it's just because it's YouTube Live. But anyway, I was just coming on and just want to speak on that by Malcom Jamal Warner. Like I said, from what I have read, he seemed like he had a pretty good life, And up until his death, the only thing he wanted to do was live his life. And I saw where he was had did an interview, right? I saw where Malcom Jamal Warren had did an interview, and he said, and it was like an old interview. It was in 2013, and he was just saying that if he were to leave, he want to make sure he have a smile on his face because he felt like he have done some of the things that he wanted to do, and that he was at peace. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people cannot say they be at peace because some of them be having so much H going on. And I'm telling you, life is short. Gotta let some of that stuff go. Though if you don't, it will consume you. It will bother your health. It'll have you stressed out. Live life to the fullest if you're able to. If the sun is out, a lot of us like to be out, like to go to the beach and Go to different things, softball games. I know it's hot. Just protect yourself out there in that sun. If you out there in the sun, like I've been sharing, if you out there in the sun, make sure you wear some protection over your head, protect your skin. And if you want to have fun out there at that beach, please be safe. You can have fun and still be safe. Like they said, they ruled this as an accident, what happened to him, because he was out there, just with his family, vacationing. Because this time of year, people are doing a lot of vacation. A lot of people are going straight to the beach. Just have to be, careful, but you never know when your time is. Don't nobody know. Don't nobody know when that day gonna come. We just have to keep living, keep trusting God, and keep believing. One thing, we got to keep believing in Him. And whatever we're dealing with, like I have my days, I be like, Lord, just give me the strength. Just keep, I just keep holding on. But enjoy life to the fullest, guys. Whether you been with your family, friends, you know, or just being by yourself. Have some peace. Put some peace in your life. It's too hot. It's too hot to be arguing with people. It's too hot to have all that drama. It's too hot. It's too hot, yo. It is. It's just too hot. It's too hot to argue with people. It is. It really is, though. Like I said, I love each and every one of y'all. Terry, go get on Lion Pride channel for me. Lion Pride is live. Can you get her link for me? Can you get Lion Pride link? I want everybody to go over there and show us some love. Anybody else live? I'm trying to see who else live that was over here. I know Miss Key. I'm trying to see if Miss Key live. Let's show everybody, just go over there and give them a thumb up and hang around for a minute. How did he pass? He drowned it. He drowned it, Kenneth. He was on a family vacation with his family, and they say he was caught up in the current. He was caught up in the current. Yeah. You remember him on the Cosby Show? Or what is it called? Malcolm and Eddie? And then he played on some other shows too. Anybody live that was in the chat today? We're talking about anybody live now. That I know Miss one of my members is live, Miss Lion Pride. I'm trying to see if Miss Key live. Miss Key been working on her watch hours. She's not live now. She'll probably be live. She normally go live every night. Yeah, she's live too. Miss Key live also. So we got two of my members live. Let's show them some support. Because I'm about to get off of here. But yeah, I was just wanting to bring that up that was one of my favorite shows. I still watch the rerun when I can catch it. And may he rest in peace. May his family get the strength they need during this time. Yes, Miss Key is live. I got two members live right now. Yeah. Get Miss Key. Miss Key live and Lion Pride. Two of my members are live. Make sure y'all check out our short videos we've been doing. We started doing 3 shorts a day. Frank did 3 videos. Sassy did 3. I did 3. Just in case y'all missed them today, we're doing 3 shorts every day this week. You can share whatever you want on those 3 videos. Anybody else want to be part of the challenge? Just put out 3 videos a day. Just put out 3 videos a day. It will end on Friday. We got 3 more challenges after that, I believe. So y'all can tap on Miss Key name. She live. Y'all want to go over there and give her a thumb up. Tap on Lion Pride name. And she's also live. Like I said, everybody working on their hours, or they just still trying to maintain their channel. And let's continue to support the best way we can. But anyway, guys, yeah, but let's see what Angie said. I popped over to Line and Miss Key playing. Okay. And y'all make sure y'all check out Angie. She did some shorts today. She did do some shorts today. Angie, you growing over that girl. You growing over that girl. Keep doing the work. Keep putting that work in, Angie. You doing it at your own pace. You doing it at your own pace. And if y'all haven't seen Angie, y'all ought to see her. She over there looking all pretty and stuff. She's on her vacation. You go, girl. You go, girl. But anyway, you guys, I just wanted to talk about Theo. I don't know how to say it. Even when I see him on other pictures, I still be saying Theo. I was trying to read what Angie had said about the drowning. But that's what they rules said. Wasn't no other kind of foul play. Wasn't no, first thing people think when somebody die, they think somebody been and commit suicide, or they think it be some kind of foul play. But the rescue workers, what they call them, the lifeguards and all them tried to save him, but the current was too high. So they ruled it as a drowning accident. And that's what it was, Kenny. He drowned it. I'm trying to see, did I look over y'all? Okay. She said it's happening a lot. Yeah, it is. They never did find that little girl. They never did find that little girl that she had went on vacation with her mom and stepdad. They never did. They never did find that little girl. She was, how old they said that little girl was? She was 9. I think she been, they saying she got drowned too. She went to Destin. They was in Destin, Florida, the same place we had went to. All the while I was out there on that beach, I was thinking about that little girl. And then I was like, Lord. Then I was keeping my eyes on Boots and them, but Boots stayed in the sand. All the while we was there. She got in the water, baby, a little bit, but not much. She got in the water at the pool. But I was trying to keep my eyes on her because I didn't really get in the water. I just put my feet in there because I know I can't swim. But I think they didn't stop looking for the little girl now. I think they have. But they never did find her body. But like I said, prayers going out to Malcom Jamal Warner family. I don't know who his wife is or his daughter name. I don't know neither one of their names, but because he kept all his stuff private, and I pray that they respect that. Continue to respect his privacy with his wife and child. So a lot of people, it's a lot of people that are not on social media. It's a lot of people don't even post. Some people just watch. You know, they might look at other people's work or whatever. But I got friends, they don't even have social media. Yeah. I have friends that don't even have social media. Some of them just, they just say they just watch videos, they don't post. And then a lot of people just, some might post and some might just don't have a channel. But, I can understand why some of these stars don't um, post a lot, because lately with these stars, from the P Diddy, from the R Kelly to Bill Cosby, and a lot of the stars that have been in the light, in the spotlight, I can understand why this man probably don't want his personal life out here. Didn't want his personal life out here, especially when it concerns his children, his daughter and wife. You know, because people, they tend to cause issues for you. And that's in real life. If people think they can dig up something on you, they'll do it. That's why I'm going to always say this, and I'm going to continue to say this. Be careful what you put on social media. You have to be careful these days. You have to be careful what you post, and you have to be careful how you treat others. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Treat people the way you want to be treated. I like how what they were saying about Jamal, Malcolm Jamal Warner, that he just wanted to live. He wanted to live life to the fullest. He wanted to just, you know, have fun. Keep smiling even through the days that you don't feel like you got, but you always have a reason to smile. You always gonna have a reason to smile, whether your day good or bad. But I'm about ready to get off here. I'm trying to see how long I done been on. Ooh, I done been over an hour and 32 minutes. But I appreciate everybody that came over. Y'all can check out some of my members. Like I said, I know two of my members are alive. Let's continue to support. Don't forget to check out the short videos. I gotta go and see what Bill Cosby had said about her. That's what I gotta go see. Cause he was just like a son. I'm sure he was like a son to Bill Cosby. Cause he cast him at a real early age. Mm-hmm. So on that note, I'm finna get off of here. I want to thank everybody who did tune in. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And like I said, continue to give people their flowers, y'all. Continue to give people their flowers. People deserve their flowers while they're here. And when you're coming over here, just know I have a flower waiting for you. On that note, y'all continue to have a blessed night. Stay encouraged. And always stay what? Prayed up. Tomorrow is Testimony Tuesday. I know I got to go out of town, but I will, when I do get where I'm going, I'm going to probably set up a Testimony Tuesday. If anybody want to come on and share a testimony, or just come on and just want to just talk about the goodness of the Lord, you'll have that chance to do it tomorrow. Like I said, we will continue to do these short videos the rest of the week. I think the next one is dessert of the day. It might be dessert of the day. Or boiled eggs. One of them. So I'll be giving you a heads up and let you know what the next challenge will be. So for all the Malcolm Jamal Warren fans, he lost his life. He was on a family vacation. He was 54 years old. And from what I read, he seemed like he had a good career. He did some of the things that he wanted to do. I'm assuming. He did some music. acting. He collabed and did things with others. So may he rest in peace. Prayers going out to that family. And like I said, you never know. You never know. You never know. So I'm gonna let that sit here. I'm gonna try to find a little music to play at the end. Then I'm gonna end this. See if I find one of my old videos. I got some soft music. I'm still here, but fixing to end this. I was just trying to play some soft music. Let's see.
You got a mini pump sale too? This is gaming.